Hello. Restream. Where? Yeah, restream. Docs, chat. Docs, restream channels. Streaming is not allowed. What kind of horseshit is that? Under review, you will be receive the result in 1 business day. That's horseshit. So it's been like what, 4 days since I put in my thing for what was it say? TikTok. Hi. Good morning. Oh, is my what happened to my audio? One moment, please. Is my audio not working? Do maybe I need to just turn it up? Let me check. Let me check something really quick. And good morning. How are you? Okay, that's running. It's actually a little loud. Happy Monday. How are you? Ainsley, could you give me a good morning or something? Let's see if the it should be working. Start? No. I'm already live.
Good morning.
Good morning. There it is. We're working. Shawnee, you might not be following me. Give me a follow if you would like to be heard on the text to speech. Okay, one person watching on either Twitch or YouTube. Good morning, one person watching. There we are. Hello. Oh, let me put in something here. There we go. There we go. Oh, now it's showing something on that side. Oh, forget. It's going to show something. Hello and good morning. How are you? Folks watching from all over the internet. Maybe somebody will come in and watch us on YouTube or Twitch. I hope you're well. I hope you're ready to have a great week. It's a brand new day to a brand new week. Happy Monday, everybody. Currently 9:06 a.m. here Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, June 16th, 2025. Checking the current temperature, 58 degrees and rising here in Meredith, New Hampshire. It's going to be a nice day today. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday as well. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday might be a little gray and rainy. But that's fine. Thanks for being awesome. You too. Thanks for being awesome. I think I'm going to need water as well. And I'm going to need to burn some incense. And you know what? I'm also going to need to share this with some folks. Let's get some people in here, shall we? John, Jen, T, Brad, Kristen, Liz, Shannon, Friday, David, Tate, Tracy, Teresa, Josephine, Casey. All right, so we got 15 folks there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 30 people. How about 60 people? I've invited 60 people. It'd be nice if they joined me this morning. That's all right. I hope that you are well. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Lala Lopez. Oh, that's Lola Lopez. Sorry. That was Lala Lopez. I'm like, dude. He used to be on Periscope with us. No kisses, please. No kisses from strangers. I appreciate your company. I hope you find someone to kiss. Not for me personally. Doesn't mean I don't love you. You're loved. You're appreciated. How are you? Instead of getting intense and intimate immediately, how about hello, good morning? Let's get to know each other before we virtually kiss. To see if that's even possible. Tech, good morning, sir.
GM Matt.
How are you, sir? Good morning to you.
In good just gaming before bedtime.
Alrighty, what you playing? I didn't see you jump on, but I'm not on. I don't think I have Steam loaded up, so I couldn't see. But that's alright. Or do I have Steam loaded up? Sometimes, yeah, it's on in the background, but I didn't get any notification. There it is. GTA 5 Legacy. There you go. Legacy, not the enhanced. Why why Legacy and not enhanced?
No mods work for enhanced yet.
Oh, what kind of mods you into?
Graphics mods and trainers.
Trainers. Is that like boosting your Trainers would be like cheat codes for like God mode, headshots, stuff like that.
Trainers is like a secret
Secret menu.
menu of the game.
That's what I meant. I couldn't think of the words. Oh yeah, you could where you could spawn stuff, get whatever weapon you want, that sort of thing. Cheat codes. Sure. I got you.
Yes.
Yes. Witch Trials Memorial. The fun thing is, it's not actually Salem, Massachusetts.
I like to turn on God mode.
Sure, I get that. It's not actually Salem, Massachusetts. It's north of Salem in Danvers, Massachusetts. It used to be Salem Village. So I'm looking up some stuff this morning. Ainsley and I let's see, Hobart Street in Danvers. So Danvers is the place to be, not Salem.
Wanna see some gameplay?
In a little bit, not currently, but I will later. Are you on Twitch? Are you broadcasting as well?
Okay.
No, I have.
No.
You're not. Okay. I have something specifically in mind today. Ainsley and I were talking, as we tend to do since we live together. Special occasion is coming up, July 21st. Let's see, July.
Did you sleep good?
I did. I slept very well. Thank you for asking. On July 21st, at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts, formerly the Boston Garden. It's a TD Garden now. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Event starts at 8 p.m. So Ainsley and I will be going to Boston to go to see Ghost. A fantastic band. And then she mentioned it, I think. Oh, she was looking up Salem, Massachusetts for. Oh, somebody's comment was protected. It was somebody was censored, filtered. TikTok ate somebody's comment. Ooh.
What?
What? So we're gonna go see a concert, and Ainsley was looking up hotels in the area. Did you look up specifically Danvers, Massachusetts? See if there is there a. Let me take a look at the map. Say Holiday Inn Express near Danvers. Near Danvers. Candlewood Comfort Inn. Oh, that's super close.
Not Holiday Inn.
Holiday Inn Express. I don't know if that they have a
I
Holiday
did
Inn.
not look up Danvers, but nothing near Boston with points.
Oh, you just like looked up. You went big shot of you know, Eastern Massachusetts kind of thing.
At Ainsley Wilmot, good morning.
Good morning.
Only looking for free room with points.
Gotcha.
Dinner report, sir.
At Chris Technician, good morning.
And you said the closest thing you could get was Manchester. Not Andover. That sucks. Dinner report. Yesterday was a fantastic day. We had family over for Father's Day. Ainsley invited her father, her brother.
Too many
a
points
sister,
for
and aunt.
those.
Too many points. Shame.
Nice.
Yeah, so we had a cookout. Ainsley made ballpark franks and natural casing franks and like sausage, huge Italian sausage, which I didn't like so much. But then she made brats, summer shanty brats. So like, and she boiled them in beer and then finished them on the
Yummy.
grill. Very citrusy, very like lemony. Well, not very, but a hint of lemon, a hint of citrus on the brats. They were fantastic. Nice and summery. So, well, that's all right. That's fine. It would be cool if like there was something. There's not even a Holiday Inn around there. Never mind. Everything else would be way out of the way, anyways. No, Manchester, I guess, is the best deal you're gonna get. Perfectly fine. Unless we went south. That's the only other thing I could think of. There wouldn't be any real reason to do it. If we went south of Boston to find something. Or west of Worcester or something.
We can look south.
But it seems like if there's nothing in the Boston area, going over to Worcester would be just as long as going to Boston. So I don't know if that would necessarily work. Oh, the girlfriend approaches.
We've got a map.
I have a map here. So Manchester is about an hour away. Worcester looks like it's about an hour away. I mean, distance-wise. I don't know if
Yeah.
time-wise it might be shorter, but
Or maybe I'll dig for anything within an hour of Boston in any direction.
the thing that's upsetting me, or not upsetting me, but irritating me, is that it's going to show. Oh, Holiday Inn. Oh no, it is okay. It's doing all right because it was showing things that weren't Holiday Inn, and it's like the freak, man.
Right.
Quincy.
And I don't. I only have 20,000 points. And most of the hotels in Boston start at 35.
Mm.
I'll keep digging though. I'd love to get into the Salem area, but
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Now, money-wise,
Mhm.
we could hold on to the points and get like a bed and breakfast or something cheap in the area, but that might be expensive.
especially near the coast in the summer.
Where was Danvers? I was just looking at. Okay, Danvers is up here. So while there is I just saw it a second ago, Salem Witch Museum there.
hmm
All the other stuff like up at Danvers here is the place to go because that was Salem Village back in the day.
Right.
So there was the Endicott pear tree, which really isn't a big deal. It's a
Mhm.
tree. The Rebecca Nurse Homestead. That's
Hello,
a
Mom
big.
and Dad.
Hi, Candace.
Good morning.
So, we go to the concert, and then the next day we could spend putzing around and puttering around.
Yeah. So you want me to look for something south of Boston, or
I see you, Ainsley.
we go? Hello, here I am.
I mean, give it a shot.
All right. All right. We'll go out.
Close by. Oh, oh. Thank you for lovin's. Oh,
Good morning, lovelies.
oh, good morning, taters. How are you, sweetheart? Salem Witch Museum.
At the
where's-
Red Swan, good morning.
grab that. Add that to the list of places we might want to go.
I pulled something in my back.
Oh no! Were you getting freaky or
At
something?
Chris Technician morning.
At the Red Swan, ouchie.
Oh my God.
What happened? Really? Not OMG? It says, oh my god. Alright. No, you're right. My fault. I never go that way. I never. I don't know what I was thinking. That's totally uncharacteristic of me to make a joke, some sort of a naughty joke. I don't know what I was thinking. That was totally unlike me. So my sincerest apologies. $700. Oh, that's downtown Boston. $500.
It happened while sleeping, I think.
Yeah. The reality of the situation isn't as entertaining. Where we think the human body is just squishy, and that you could turn while grabbing a can of corn out of a pantry, or while you're pooping, whatever. You don't have to do anything to pull something in your back. It just happens. We are squishy and crunchy folks. That's all it is to it. All there is to it. Well, I'm sorry that you're hurting. I'm sorry that you pulled something. Are these stripes disorienting? Can you guys read? I just realized the shirt that I'm wearing might be a little bit problematic on your end. Not a great backdrop for your comments. Yeah, I'm not really concerned as far as like direction, as long as it's something closer.
It's a little tough to read comments, but not terrible.
It's okay. Okay.
All right, so somebody just joined named Cherry Cola, or was it Cherry Coke? I think what I'm gonna say was Cherry Cola with a pizza emoji next to it. That person's got the right idea. Cherry Coke and pizza, good combo. Great combo. Root beer or cherry Coke go amazing with pizza or movie popcorn. Movie theater popcorn's amazing.
I like the idea of Salem, so I'll look around that area.
Yep.
Cherry Coke makes me think of the movies, for sure.
Yep. If I'm to go to the movies. Notification, good morning. I see you, sir or madam. Has anybody came up with the word algorithm? Algorithm? Does anybody? Have you seen anybody with that one? That might be one. I might snag that screen name. Albert Gorhythm. No, Cherry Coke and root beer are the two best soft drinks for the movie theater. With some extra buttered popcorn, layered buttered. Nom 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 nom. With a hot dog with pizza, especially with pizza. Honey, can we have pizza? We have pizza tonight. Speaking of cherry cola, that's what Ainsley had today. She had a cherry cola Celsius.
Salad.
Well, we can have pizza with salad. The two of those go fantastic together as well. And we don't need pizza. We don't need pizza. We have potato salad, and
We could.
we could. How about we go like bagel bites or something small, and so we can get the taste of pizza along with our salads. Pizza Hot Pockets, pizza rolls, bagel bites, French bread pizza, something along those lines. Toaster oven type pizza. It's basically croutons for the salad. French bread pizza, now that I just said it, I think that's the way to go. So we can still have salad, but we get the thing on the salad that we can have with the salad.
I hungry now, damn it.
I know. So let's change the subject. Today's topic, things to do in Danvers, Massachusetts, formerly Salem Village. We're on a tangent. We're doing recon for an adventure. July 21st is Ghost, the band Ghost, at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. So we're going to add some adventure onto this one occasion. I think how it will work. Oh, let me check the calendar first of all. July 21st is a Monday. In relation to that Monday, the 21st, what days do we have off? Saturday, Sunday, obviously, 19th and 20th of July.
'21st and 22nd.
Okay, so 4-day weekend? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday? 4-day weekend? Ooh!
Yes, sir.
Ooh! How about we could keep Manchester, because if we're not doing anything on the 22nd,
Plenty of time on the books, so I could take more days if needed.
ooh. I'm not one for hypothetical situations, venereal disease, so I'm gonna say, how about none of the above? Thank you very much for your question. May I suggest next time you begin a conversation with hello, good morning, how are you? Get to know the person. What you're doing to me would appear that you don't necessarily care about me and my well-being. You just wanted to come in and make a joke. So if that is your intent, I shall not participate. if you would like to actually make a friend and have conversation. Just a friendly recommendation. But I hope you have a wonderful Monday. Why not just keep? Yeah, we'll keep Manchester, and then Manchester will be our base of operations for the next day. That sounds fantastic. But if there's some way that we could manage to be closer to the Danvers, it's certainly an area that I've never visited before, the northeastern Massachusetts area and the coastline and stuff like that. Like, for many different, for several reasons, that would be super interesting. Which, thank you to my lovely assistant, my partner.
And we can still go to Salem on Monday. Leave early.
Sure. Yes. All of the things. All of the
Hey,
events.
love.
Hi, Friday. Good morning. Happy Monday, Friday. How are you, sweetheart? Tate, is that of any interest to you, the Salem witch trials and that sort of thing?
I am okay.
You're okay? Good. Good to hear.
At Friday, good morning.
Directly across from the site of the Witch Trials Memorial was located the original Salem Village Meeting House, where civil and military meetings were held, and ministers, including George Burroughs, Deodat, all right, Lawson, and Samuel Parris, preached. The infamous 1692 witchcraft hysteria began in its neighborhood on March 1st. Accused witches Sarah Good, Sarah Osborne, and Tituba? Tituba. It sounds like the name of an indentured.
At Ainsley Wilmot, morning lovely.
Were interrogated in the meeting house amidst the horrific fits of the afflicted ones. Thereafter, numerous others were examined, including Martha Corey, Rebecca Nurse, Bridget Bishop, Giles Corey, Mary Esty, and many dire as well as heroic deeds transpired in the meeting house. And 1702, the meeting house was abandoned, dismantled, and removed to the site until the lumber decayed and became mixed with the soil, quote unquote. In 92, a memorial was erected here to honor the witchcraft victims and remind us that we must forever confront intolerance and witch hunts with integrity, clear vision, and courage. An unfortunate but necessary lesson. But as with all things in history, fade in the back of everybody's memories and repeated, and sometimes even worse. Some people are assholes, I think, is the lesson that we need to learn from that. But it's an interesting it is an interesting event, interesting time period, and again, a lesson in humanity and a lesson in inhumanity. But also on top of that, it's fortunate that there have been interesting stories from that. So today I was very interested in looking up enslaved woman. That's because they just had one name. Indigenous American woman. Tituba. With no contemporaneous images, and so they are depicted in a variety of likely inaccurate ways. Yeah. In contemporaneous records, she is consistently described as Indian. indigenous American group. Probably Abenaki. Pennacook, Abenaki, Massachusetts. Rocco, good morning. What do you think about what's happening in California? Sorry if my question is not appropriate. Good morning. What do I think about what's happening in California? Of course, it's horrible that people need to rise up and fight their own government. The fact, first of all, that anybody in office would use their power to step on people, regardless of, like, if they're not committing any crime. We should focus on crime. We should focus on people that are actually doing things, doing horrible things. But the people doing the horrible things are the people in office, using their power in order to constrain the American people and to cause this violence. That's horrible. I don't usually talk about politics, but yeah, what is going on in California should not happen, and it's not only going on in California, it's going on in other parts of the United States. A lot of people are really upset because of the way that people in power are using that power. I am personally embarrassed by the way that a good portion of our government, the people that work for us, the people that work for the people or should work for the people, but instead are working towards an oligarchy. I'm embarrassed for them. I'm ashamed of them. Nothing had happened since '92. Oh, things are happening all the time. They're just not being reported. This is not an event. This is not a solitary event. This is not a singular event. This is this is all being I'm not really knowledgeable in politics. I don't really follow the news very much. What little I've heard on the news disgusts me, and it's not because of the people who are angry. It's not because of the protesters. There are a lot of people protesting in their own way. There are a lot of people that the majority of folks find this disgusting and unnecessary. The treatment of American people by anybody in office, anybody in power. The people are being victimized by the government. That's never good. I think it's one story.
He's doing it to distract.
Sure, I think it's one story in a long list of one event in a long list of events that are occurring right now, and that a lot of it's not being just.
From the fact has in the Epstein file.
Yeah, there's I'm sure that's not the only reason either. I'm sure it's like there are people that basically there are folks, including the clown. The clown is leading the charge, so to speak, but he's got his little circle jerk going on, where they've been talking about doing stuff like this, just stirring the pot, seeing what they can get away with, and continuing to do whatever they want to do, and just throw a couple logs in the fire whenever. Drop my camera. Yeah, just more smoke in our direction. So in answer to your question, what do I think? I think it's bad. I think it's unnecessary, and it's kind of gross the way that people are using their power. When you're in a position, first of all, if you have power, you should use that power wisely, and you should use that power to help the people. And he's not doing that. No, nobody. There are some really good people that have dedicated their lives to protecting the American people and improving things, and he's not doing that. I was sorry to ask you, since you see yourself as a person with a noble spirit. I see myself as a person with a noble. I care about people, and I want to see the best in people. And this is not bringing out the best in people. This is selfish and self-serving. In some way, that's true. We all come from immigrants. I wouldn't say we're all immigrants necessarily. We all come from immigrants. You can't have America without having people from all over the world coming together. Turtle, hello Turtle. Sorry, I have volume max. Can hardly hear you on purple. Oh, really? I don't know why that is. I'm cranked up right now. Oh. Because I didn't have the microphone near my face. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I forgot I needed the microphone for Twitch. My apologies. Testing 1 2 3. Hello. Yeah, I didn't need the microphone for TikTok, which is why I didn't have the microphone to my face. But for YouTube, and big difference. Good thing I didn't have earbuds in. I'm sorry. All right. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm on TikTok on my phone. I am on YouTube and Twitch through my computer. Yeah, I'm not knowledgeable and completely to really be any sort of to comment to my satisfaction on what's happening in the world, in our country. I don't follow the news, so I don't feel entirely comfortable talking about political things. I do have an opinion. There are a lot of people that do that all the time on the internet, that just like they may not know anything about it, but they're sure going to talk about it, and that's whatever. That's just not the way that I do it. But I do have an opinion based off of what I have my perspective, and I'm willing to share my perspective. I just don't have a conversation about it because I'm not so knowledgeable. Diapers and politicians are changed for the same reason. I mean, perhaps. So yeah, in answer to your question, what do I think? I think this kind of stuff is entirely unnecessary, but it will happen. It will continue to happen. If there are people in power that don't appreciate the people and would rather, have their own agenda, have their little small percentage of, it's depressing me mostly these days, at least. Yeah, basically the world is on fire. Everyone's going crazy. Anybody with power is using not anybody. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of bold generalizations. There are people with too much power taking advantage. There's a small percentage taking advantage of the rest of them. 1% is really fucking with the 99%. I'm doing my part, and my part is I'm being a good person. I'm handling what I can handle. I I get on here.
Here I'm at.
Good morning. How are you, Connie? My part is to be a good person to everyone that I meet, to be a safe place on the internet where people can kind of chill out and relax and spend time with people that they care about and care about people that they care about and receive the love back.
In Atlanta Airport waiting to board to head back to Tampa.
All right. How was your trip? Not disturbing anyone would be a good start. True. Yeah. If I were to give anybody a piece of advice, it's mind your own business. For the most part, take care of you. Not I don't mean to say mind your own business as as anything like mean. I say it as actually something in a positive way. Be a nice person. Smash Mouth just reminded me of Smash
got
Mouth.
stranded in Atlanta because of a missed connecting flight.
Oh wow.
Otherwise great.
Well, that's the thing about adventure. Sometimes you end up where you don't expect, but the best you could do is have the mindset of you're on an adventure. Try to enjoy it. Life will always bring challenges to you. You can't necessarily change that, but you can change the way that you receive those things, the way that you react to life happening. A proper mindset is very important.
Exactly, just made the best out of it.
There you go. Then you have a reason, you have a reason to enjoy yourself, and then you have a reason to appreciate yourself because of the way that you reacted. Be proud of yourself for that. Sometimes it helps a lot if it is not a hindrance. If I hadn't
had my son, I would have maybe checked out Atlanta nightlife law.
There you go. There you go. Well, as long as you're well, if you and your son are well, I appreciate you for jumping on here. I hope you're doing good.
How was your week?
I've had a good week so far. I mean, now it's Monday, brand new work week.
Anything exciting?
Well, you know me. I'm not really one for exciting anyway. I enjoy chill very much, and we've had an abundance of chill this weekend.
Momo 76, good morning.
Had a good weekend. How can you hear what you write? Rocco, first of all, what you need to do is follow me. And I think that may...
At Chris Technician, hey, how are ya?
That will activate the talk, the text-to-speech. If you give me a follow, that might work.
At Momomo 76, good, and you?
Now give it a shot. Let's wait for Rocco to say something.
Impeachy, thanks.
I need to change.
Everyone follow and tap the screen.
Yes, I accept boops. Give me boops. I appreciate boops. If there's anything I appreciate.
Even more so today since I'm in Ga.
Oh. Somebody, what's up, Anita? Anita handjob. Right. Mama Mo, did I give you?
Momo 76, I Zoe.
I didn't give Mama Mo a voice here. Hold on a second.
I didn't know this TikTok feature. Amazing.
Well, it's something that I have to.
Me to hey.
It's something I have to add. Kind of an odd question. Do you like pizza? I love pizza. Since you spend a lot of time working at a pizza shop, I don't know how you feel after extended period. I've spent enough time away from it. I've never really ate too much of it. When I worked there. Hold on one second. I got to set up. I got to set up Connie here. 76. And let's give her. What do you have, Ainsley? Ainsley has English female 1. I'll give you English female 2. Let's try English female 2. Oh, nope, I hit the wrong thing. Default voice. English female 2. But yes, in answer to your question, Turtle, I love me some pizza. I don't have it very often, and I think that's probably the reason why I do love it.
And surely he does it with any language.
All I have is English. They do. Oh. Ow. Thank you, Connie. Thank you for the bonk.
Pum.
The only language that I speak. Gotta
Gotta
run.
run. I'm about to board. Have a great day.
Mwah. Love you, Connie. Have a safe trip. Can it believe you tried to make money by being a professional buddy on Periscope? You still can't believe I tried to make money by being a professional buddy on Periscope. Hi, Shifting Currents. How are you? You can't believe I tried to make money. Thank you for joining me on YouTube, by the way. Tried to make money by being a professional buddy on Periscope. It was a gimmick. It was something that was fun and funny, and something that I still do. The essence of it is to be to be a positive voice on the internet, to be a safe place on the internet. All is well. Thank you so much. It's one of the things you got to do. You get.
Funchona and cattle.
Yeah, it doesn't work in Spanish. Yeah. What I've done in the past is the past, and this is I like living in the now, so I'm doing what I do now. I have a bucket list item that involves Vegas and a pizza shop that doesn't appear on any map. Ooh. Anything special about that one particular pizza shop?
I didn't write Spanish. I wrote Catalan. From Catalonia.
Oh, okay. Secret pizza. Ooh. Just to comment one last time on the on that professional buddy comment. I didn't try to make money. I made money. I was professional. I was a buddy to some people, and some people submitted, donated. If you do something and you're professional about it, and you make money doing it, congratulations, you're a professional. So I didn't try as much as I did.
What is your business? Tell me what it is about.
What is my business? I pretty much just said it. I want to be a positive voice on the internet. I want to be a friend. I want to be somebody that creates content, entertains people, and provides a safe space for a community of folks. I want to build a community of people that care about each other, and podcasting, live streaming, whatever, spend my day doing the work to entertain others. It's a simple business. Gotta like hunt it down via threads and Reddit and stuff like that. Oh, okay. is so I would assume that a place called Secret Pizza, if it's a pizza shop, they're interested in making money. Do they sustain themselves as a business being a secret? And it's a great gimmick. I just wonder if
Want
that's
something to sell or invest, or are they health issues?
something to sell or invest, or are they health issues? What does that mean? I'm going to try to understand the context of that. Do I have something to sell?
The business.
Think of it like busking. Are you familiar with the term busking? A person has a talent. They sing songs, they play guitar, that sort of thing. The time, yeah, it's true. That's kind of it. A lot of what's on the internet and content creation is like it's a matter of balance. I want to entertain people, and sometimes entertain people, like I said, like busking. Busking is a person like
Possibly if.
a person with a guitar, for example, can go out onto any corner and I guess make themselves a little bit of a spot where they can sing and they can play guitar and they can entertain whoever's coming by. And if anybody wants to throw a coin in the tip jar, kind of a thing, they're welcome to do so. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes an artist can just be an artist and create something and give an opportunity for folks to be the audience. He just wants to. This is kind of busking. I'm putting my stand out, my cameras, my microphone, my phone, all that. I'm putting that out so that I can just be and talk to folks and be nice to folks, which is a very important thing in this world. The world that we said was on fire and everyone's going crazy, I'm trying to be somebody who's not that. And you can find these places everywhere on the internet, and you're welcome to go watch any of those. But if someone stops and spends time with me for a little bit, and I'm providing a service, which is a friend, a voice, a positive, perspective, and I want to expand on that to, in a little way, monetize some of that stuff, like doing ad reads, to be more professional, to be more organized. I have an interest in doing that. But the product that I'm selling, like you would say, is I don't put so much importance on that. Like, I'm not trying to make it big. I'm not trying to be a celebrity. I'm not looking to make a fortune. I'm not looking to mass produce. It's a sort of a balance between I want to do something that makes me happy and I want to do something that makes other people happy. Oh, hold on 1 second. TikTok is telling me to slide a puzzle piece in order to stay online. So there we go. Drag the puzzle piece into place. There, I did. Okay, that worked. Conversation could be another way to put it. I just want to be and express myself and provide an opportunity for other people to kind of chill out and enjoy themselves as well. So there are so many different ways to define a business, to define a product, to use certain words like that, the certain vocabulary, like monetization, profit. I'm not looking to make a I don't know. I really don't know what form it takes. I'm creating my art, I'm doing my thing, and sort of seeing where it goes. There's a part of me that is your name supposed to sound like the word mate? No, Matt. M-at. Matt. That's my name. Hi, Shannon. How are you? Good morning. I went to London once, and there were body painted performers on the streets there pretending to be
That
pretty
is
convincing
good.
statues. Nice.
Business matters, but you want to focus on the person and their development.
I guess, Rocco, what it boils down to, and thank you very much for these questions because they're great questions. Like, this is a nice conversation that I'm more than willing to have at any point in time. I guess what it boils down to, the most important thing, if I'm to do anything at all, it's to express myself and enjoy myself. If I can have fun and stimulate my brain and have a pleasant conversation with folks, that's a win. If I can
Okay, correct.
if I can also entertain the person on the other side of the conversation or anybody watching, 2 wins. If I can do that and eventually have like $1 or 2 in the tip jar that I could make something, if I'm spending my time, if I'm putting forth the effort, if I'm putting forth the work, if I'm creating the content, and in exchange for that content, if I could have a couple bucks, it's no different than me being up on stage singing in front of people and making money that way. No different than me working at a radio station and performing whatever task, spending my time. If I can do that and fulfill myself, that's great. If I can also not only fulfill myself and entertain other people, but also make a couple bucks that I could end up putting into paying the bills or food or gas or anything like that, an additional
Time
win.
to hydrate.
You are correct, sir. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you, Tech. But yeah, that's all I want. I have I've created a brand, as in something recognizable that you can put a name on it. I have a community of people, which are whoever comes by, whenever they come by, that come by on a regular basis, that I consider my friends. You know, there are people that would define business as something different, professional as something different, a job, work, a career. Like, there are so many terms that people can use for what I'm doing. I'm not so hung up on the labels, the names, the terminology. I just want to spend my time in a way that would make me happy, maybe make other people happy, and occasionally if you get a $1 in the tip jar, that's nice. I think other people label my shit. Other people want to define my shit, my content. Other people want to define me a lot more. What are you? What are you doing? What is your point? What is your purpose? What are you trying? What's your goal? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Like, yeah. Other people have their opinion, and I think they're more interested in their opinion of me than what I'm actually trying to do. I'm not all hung up on that sort of thing. And basically, like, you go on Twitch, you go on anything else, and you see people live streaming, and they're playing video games, and other people are entertained, so they throw a couple bucks their way. I don't think I'm doing anything so alien, so, so different than what they're doing. Somebody does something, an audience forms, the audience appreciates the person doing the thing. That's what I
Understand. And you're right that the people they want to be in life.
You're right that the people they want to be in life. Oh, how did I start Minecraft all of a sudden? Hold on a second. I just hit a button. No, get out of Minecraft. I'm not doing Minecraft right now. Close that. Minimize that. There we go. Yeah, Turtle went to London once, and there were body painted performers on the streets there pretending to be pretty convincing statues. There are people that are spending their time expressing themselves, doing something like nobody. I wonder how many people would walk up to somebody like that, street performers, and be like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that? I can't believe you're trying to, what do you want? Money? What are you doing?" Maybe there is. Maybe there are people that come up and just, I would rather be ignored than have somebody do that.
I have to go to an
Office to pay for a service. Come back.
I'll come back in a while that I have a connection.
All right.
Morning, bud. Can't stay. At work right now. Just stopping by.
Bear Life, thank you so much for stopping by. Good morning to you, sir. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying your work. Those are the things that I enjoy. If somebody stops by and they're just like, "Hey, Matt, was just thinking about you. Was just on my phone. Saw you were on. Wanted to say hi." That's awesome.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing today? It's good to see you as always.
Great to see you, Moose.
Hey, brother, how you doing this morning?
Chris, I'm doing fantastic.
You know I gotta stop by, fellow friend.
Absolutely.
You can watch me play my games on my Steam profile.
We'll do tech. Great to see you guys. I'm doing fantastic this morning, having a nice conversation. Just seeing where it goes. I've been on for like an hour and 6 minutes, but my brain is feeling stimulated today. I'm feeling well today. It may change in the next 15 minutes, but I don't think so. I'm tired. Gonna catch us some Z's. Pretty sure they had a tip jar or something and maybe made a polite gesture when pounds were. Yeah, sure. Well, that's cool. Turtle, if you're gonna take a little nappy, have a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you spending time, and I hope you're well rested. Oh, waiting for an emoji to load up. Turtle said something, but nothing showing up yet. There it is. Peace and live long and prosper. You too, my friend. I'm a big fan. Bazinga, indeed. I'm a big fan of simplicity. There are times where I like to, oh gosh, how would you call it? There are some times where I'm business focused. I'm driven of how can I be more organized? How can I fine tune this? Like I really nerd out about the huzzah. I'm very focused on sometimes. Just like laser focusing, like I want to get things. I want the business aspect of it, if you want to call it that. Gosh, I'm trying to think. Like what's the word I'm looking for? I want to tighten it up, you know? I want to do what I do. Efficiency. There you go. I want to be the most efficient that I can be in what I do. There are times where I look at that and I'm like, all right, what can I do to improve me, to shed some of the extra stuff and just like stick to what I want. That's very satisfying to me. Like that's something that when I'm in that mode, it's kind of like when you're playing a video game and you want to like speed run. You want to get to the goals. You want to accomplish the quest. You want to. In order for me to get from point A to point B, sometimes you gotta cut corners and, okay, if I jump over that and if I move over here and I do all that, then I can tighten it up. I can tighten up my time, kind of thing. So I kind of look at those things on occasion when my brain is feeling like focusing on that. There are other times where I'm not focused on that whatsoever. I'm more focused on I want to be good. I want to feel good. I want other people to feel good. So my goals change. Like if I have 4 or 5 things that are important to me in life, I want to hit one of those things at least. Accomplish a goal. Maybe not all the goals. Maybe not doing. I'm not being the best Matt that I could be, but I think I'm doing pretty good. Like I say, I write down a list of 4 or 5 things, 5 or 6 things, let's say, like podcasting, live streaming, writing a story. I like music, so I want to be a singer. I want to be in a band. There are a few things how I want to spend my time. My missions, my objectives. And I'm not going to hit all of them every day. Sometimes one of my main goals, one of my main objectives, from beginning to end, from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, have a good day. Like, that's super important too. I may not hit that. I may not achieve that every day. But as long as I hit one of the things. And I have one of those personalities. I have one of those, like, I've had trauma. I've had low self-esteem. I've had really bad days. And my emotions get to me. My low self-esteem. I got some challenges that I had to deal with, and just to get past my brain in order to accomplish anything. And sometimes I don't get past it. Sometimes I get caught up in my own shit and I don't accomplish something. I have to allow myself some grace. So if I'm on all cylinders, if I'm really booking it, and I can make people happy, that's an accomplishment. If I just get past my brain, that's still a win. That's still an accomplishment. And I don't know, was that how it's always been? I don't necessarily think so. I think there were people that just they want to survive. Back before the internet, back before civilized society. I think there were a time where people were just happy that they got a meal and that they slept, that they survived the day, and that they have shelter, and they're not and they have good health. Something in their belly. A good person beside them that they're taken care of and are being taken care of by, I think this whole thing about drive, this whole thing about, objectives, accomplishing goals, are you using your time to the most effective? Are you the time that you spent on this 24-hour period, did you make money? If you're spending your time, if you're awake, from the time that you wake up to the time you go to sleep, did you make money? Did you profit from that? Did you create something that is of value? I don't know that people are that's a natural, human thing. I think that sort of mentality is a product of civilization, civilized society. You know what I mean? I don't want to say a modern convention because what the modern is so vague as well. For some people, modern means past 100 years. For some people, modern would mean past 2,000 years. But anyways. I didn't burn incense. Let me burn some incense. There are a couple people watching right now on YouTube and Twitch. Hello. I love you. Have a wonderful day. There are about 5 people watching on TikTok. Hello. I love you. Have a wonderful day. If you take nothing else away from my broadcast, I want to make sure that that connects. You are loved. You are appreciated. Thank you for being a part of my day. Thank you for making me a part of your day, even for a little while. I haven't burned sandalwood in a little while. Let me burn some sandalwood. Anybody else there? Anybody else out there burn incense? When I lived in my van, I couldn't burn candles or incense. So there was a good chunk of time, probably 5 years, 6 years, where I didn't, I wasn't, not that I wasn't able to, I suppose I could have, but it wasn't wise to do so in a vehicle, to burn candles or burn incense in a vehicle. There we go. That's more like it. Oh. So I said hello and good morning to a bunch of people on Twitch and YouTube, and they're gone now. They left. That's all right. Sometimes I wish I didn't have those numbers. Sometimes I like those numbers that I can see statistically that I'm being viewed. There's a little number that pops up that's important. The higher the number, the more the part of my brain is like, yes, I've accomplished. Brains are funny, man. Things that matter. So kooky. The things that could randomly matter in your life. One is a good number. There's one person watching. That means I have an audience. 2 is even better. That's doubled my audience. Oh my God. That's that sort of thing. A little part of my brain being like, yeah. And then the number drops and you're like, no. Very tiny, tiny part in the back of my brain that's just a mess. Not so tiny a part. Not so in the back of my mind. Basically, I'm a mess. Do. It's you know what's interesting to me. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on a second. I'm gonna do a short. I'm gonna do a recording here real quick. I don't know if this is gonna be used or not. Who's watching right now on TikTok? Hey, Ben.
Good morning.
What's going on?
Nothing much.
Awesome. Nothing is good. Nothing is can be a good thing. No news is good news kind of thing. No events no activity can be good. Chill is pretty
Chill
awesome.
day today.
Absolutely. You know what? That's fantastic. Lovely to hear. I'm glad you're chill today. I'm about to start a recording. I don't know if this is going to get used, but let's throw it in here. Hi, my name's Matt, and you're listening to 3231. This is the What Not to Do podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. Currently, it's 10:22 a.m. A random broadcast that I'm throwing out there. It is Monday, June 16th, 2025, here in Meredith, New Hampshire, the upper right corner of the U.S. It's a beautiful day outside on this Monday, and I am currently broadcasting to whoever wants to listen to me, live streaming on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok, and there are a few people that are chiming in. If you do hear voices in the background, it might be the people, or it will be the people. Text to speech. Not sure if you're familiar with that. There are the people on TikTok that are talking to me, and I can hear them. So, I am calling this broadcast the Wrong Way to podcast. Because I'm just, like I do with everything else, I'm just winging it. Recording something, and then I'll throw it out there. I'm not sure if this will be a format that people will appreciate. Some people may. But for the most part, art is about expression. And this is me just expressing myself. So this is my art. This is something to occupy your time and to occupy my time. And hopefully all parties involved, anybody listening to this and myself broadcasting this, will get some benefit out of it. What more can you ask for? I have been goofing off, talking to myself and anyone else that would listen for how long now? 10 years? About 10 years? I started doing a broadcast, just recording, and I don't know if I think I posted it on YouTube. I think that was where I ended up ripping the audio and just putting a picture of a logo, 3231 Internet Radio Show. It was me and a friend at the time, just recording some stuff in his garage and then putting it up on the internet. I didn't really know too much about podcasts back then. I have a short list of folks who had influenced me. I wouldn't say a Mount Rushmore necessarily, but that's the closest analogy. Chris Hardwick, Nerdish broadcast, the Nerdish podcast. Kevin Smith, with all the podcasts that he's done. People that I've listened to that I'm like, oh, I want to do that. So I did it. Along the way, I've gained a following. I've gained not just doing the podcast. So that was probably 2015-ish. So let me see. I was in a band from 2007 to 2014. I left the band and wanted to do something that didn't require a band.
Next time. Have a good day.
You have a good day too, Ben Dover. Thank you, sir. Ben Dover. I need to make that separation. It's very interesting screen names that you could see on the on different platforms. So I appreciate that. Thank you for the like of the live, by the way. So I was in a band from 2007 to 2014. And then I got kind of tired of being in a band. And I got burnt out doing a lot of the work, booking the gigs. I put money into, invested money into making an album. Members of the band left. New members, a new drummer came in, and that was the first band he'd ever been in. And we had to like retrain have him learn the songs. And so, like, having done that, like, every 2 years in that 7-year period, give or take, I just got kind of burned out. I'm like, I don't want to be in a band anymore. I want to do something where I don't need a band. And I became really interested in podcasting because basically that's what I'm doing right now. You press record, you talk, and then you put it out there. So when you try, I don't know if I'm sure if you're listening, you may have attempted to do something like this, had a similar experience. When you try to do something, when you set yourself a goal and you're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to X, Y, Z. When you begin to do that, when you venture out, there will be people that will see what you're doing, and they will, of course, have an opinion. They will have a bunch of advice on what to do and what not to do. Not always good advice, but it makes them feel good to be like, no, this is what you should do. This is what you shouldn't do. And I've come to learn that it's not about me necessarily. Some of it is. Some of it's kind of about me. People may want to see you accomplish a thing. So they want to help. Sometimes it's not help. Sometimes it's they just want to have an opinion. They just want you to do what they want you to do. They want to feel good. And there becomes this is the right way to do it. This is the wrong way to do it. And that's why I think this is a good idea. To just boil it down to, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my thing. And let's just assume this is the wrong way to do it. It removes the pressure, so to speak. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do my own thing. And then people come along and they enjoy it or they don't. There we go. I got that recording. I'm going to see if I can do something with that. I think that might be the way that I'll do it. I'll just if I got something on my mind, I'll record it and then I'll just set it aside and then continue the conversation later when my brain spools up more. The folks watching on TikTok, give me a hello. Let's do a roll call. Send me an emoji or hi or something like that, just so I know who's actively watching me right now. Tech, I think, is watching me in the background or listening to me in the background while he's playing video games. Ainsley's at work right now. Captive audience. She's right in the living room. She better be listening to me. Yes, you are? Okay.
I heard my name.
I know, sir. That you heard my name because I wanted you to hear your name to catch your attention. My plan worked. Mwahaha.
Can I get another bazinga? GRR lol.
GRRRR. You talked over it, so I'm going to do it again.
Can I get another bazinga?
Ellen joining the broadcast. Hello, Ellen.
Bazinga.
Thank you, sir. All right. Hour and 30 minutes. That's my time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
Oh, it's going well, Ellen. How are you? I hope you're well and enjoying your Monday. Happy Monday. I'm having a fantastic day. Nice and chill. I had a coffee. I'm drinking some water. had some interesting conversation. Been on for about an hour and a half, just kind of rambling.
Yes, I am.
You are? You doing well? Fantastic. Click in your picture. Ellen Dixon, who's that in your picture with you?
Two of my sisters.
Awesome. Now, two of your sisters, did that mean you have more sisters or more siblings? And where are you in relation to your siblings? Like, I'm the youngest of 5 boys. I'm the baby. Ainsley's only met 4 of my brothers. Right? Billy, Mike, Jeff. Yes. Not Dan. And then nieces and nephews. They've met them. Have you met all of them? No, you haven't met Zach and Hannah. Basically, Dan's slacking. Dan is slacking. She hasn't met Dan. She hasn't met Dan's wife. She hasn't met either of Dan's 2 kids. Dan is slacking. He's all the way in Florida. They're doing their thing. Well, Florida and Georgia and wherever else they are. And I think have I met everybody in your family, Ainsley?
Yes, I have another sister and brother, and I am the youngest of 5.
Another number 5. Well, hello, another number 5. Well, we're in the number 5 club. Number 5, hello. Oh, sorry, you're on TikTok. I was looking at the wrong camera. Number 5, I'm number 5. Hello. We have a connection.
That's good.
Yeah.
At Ellen Dixon GM.
There you go. Do. I think this may be, hour and a half, hour and 33 minutes. I think I'm wrapping this up. I'm inspired. I have not only
Chris GM.
I have 2 topics of conversation to discuss on a podcast. I got whatever's going on in my day, and then I also have the research, doing specific research on Ellen or Chris or anyone else watching. Is there anyone that is interested in Salem witch trials or anything spoopy like witchcraft in general? I wish that Jen were here. I wish that Shannon were here, because I would love to hear their opinions. I do know some people that are genuinely interested in the topic. At 10 a.m. Eastern, in the morning on a Monday in June. Maybe not the ideal setting, the ideal time for a conversation about something so random and so vital to one's day as discussing, what was it, 17th century insanity. But some would say, is there ever an appropriate time? Yes. Yes. When talking about witches, yes. That would be October. Not specifically Halloween, but in that general realm of autumn. It's an autumn conversation.
I'm not into scary stuff, but I like the history of it.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty soon, July 21st specifically, in Boston, Massachusetts, at the TD Garden, an amazing venue, a sports and music venue. There will be the band Ghost, a great rock band who is known for being a bit spoopy.
At Ellen Dixon same.
There you go. A great band that I am very fond of, have never seen them live, will be performing at the TD Garden. And in that theme of spoopiness, did Ainsley say it? Did I say it?
Hi, Annesley.
I don't know who brought it up. Mainsley is Mainsley. It's kind of the same thing. If she thinks of it, if I think of it, one of it's all Mainsley. So, Salem.
At Ellen Dixon, good morning.
Salem is an interesting place. New England history is interesting, is fascinating. And so we're going to stick with the theme. We're creating a theme inadvertently, but it's the welcome. Why not? It makes sense. To visit the former site of Salem Village, now known as Danvers, Massachusetts. We're going to possibly make a day of it and do something in the area before the concert. So I was like, okay, well, if we're gonna be in the area, learn a little bit about it, before we go. So that's what I got a couple tabs open on the Google, on the web browser.
That would be interesting.
I think so. I mean, it is kind of in theme, in a manner of speaking. How crazy is that? Salem witch trials being somewhat relevant to the current situation going on in America. When you can compare the time period that you're in and the events happening currently in America right now, when you can easily find similarities, commonality with topics like Nazi Germany and Salem witch trials, that should be alarming, right? Oh, I get a little thing on my clean that off. Like, that should be alarming to people, shouldn't it? I think I may have something there.
Yes.
Ellen, definitively, yes. Thank you. Thank you for just putting a stamp on that. That was wonderful. Okay, off I go. I'm gonna go.
I had to.
Sure.
What?
What? I'm going to end the broadcast so I can do a little bit of research, and maybe I might make some notes. That'd be. I think that's the start. That's the
Okie dokie.
okie dokie. That's a little grain to make my pearl. You know, a little
Have a good day, Matt.
a grain of sand to start a nice little pearl from. You have a wonderful day too, Tech. Love you, brother. Ellen, thank you so much for hopping in really quick. And to everybody else that's hopped in, that's come on and said hello, I
Love
appreciate
too,
you.
Matt.
And Ainsley, you're kind of cute. I think I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out.
On.
Aw. Bleh, bleh. All right. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching me. Follow me if you haven't followed me yet. Please share the broadcast with your friends.
Thank you. Sorry, I was late.
You were not late. You were right on time. You showed up when you were supposed to show up. You are loved. You are appreciated. Not late. It's not premature. You're right on time. But yeah, I'm gonna get going so I can read some stuff and maybe make a podcast out of it. Maybe we'll see what happens. Have a beautiful Monday. Mwah. Love you. Bye.